There's Max Castillo wearing red, getting ready to face the Kansas City Royals. He'll be caught by Danny Jansen, who's in the dugout with Arash Madani.
Well, Danny, you never know what to expect in pro sports, and here we are around the midway point of the season, and when your good friends Ryan Barucki in the first half gets traded and your manager is shown the door, and it's just another reminder of how volatile this industry is. How different at this stage of your career are you understanding the business side, maybe compared to earlier when you were first breaking into the pros?
Yeah, I think I definitely understand it way more now, being around, and this is my 10th season now. So even in the minor leagues, you see guys get traded or other, guys get released and all these types of things. So you understand, more about the industry, and I feel like now I'm starting to understand a little bit more. So it's it's all part of it. You just got to put your head down and work as hard as you can every day, and I'm very grateful for my time personally, and so yeah, I've definitely understand more of it now.
10 seasons. Does it feel that long?
No, it doesn't. But man, it's flown by, and this is my fourth season in the big leagues, and super grateful for every single day of it. And I feel like I'm learning more and more about all parts of baseball. So it's flown by. So hopefully another 10 more.
What are some of those things you've learned, Danny? Like, where is the learning curve, especially at a position that is continuing to evolve from wristbands to pitch comm? Yeah. What stands out most to you?
I don't know. Especially at the catcher position, there's so many different things now. I think that coming up and learning all this different sequencing with game calling, and that's been a huge step in my development over the years, and it still is developing. And then now you got the pitch comms, which takes away the the changing signs every couple pitches and doing all these things. So baseball's a game too, where the second I feel like you think you got to figure it out, the game's going to spit you out. So the game's constantly evolving, and we have to as well.
Besides good health, which is what every player wants, especially you with a couple of stints injured, what makes a good second half for Danny Jansen?
I think it's just get refreshed and come in and just understand that this whole team, like, we're still in it, so it's one game at a time, and I think everybody understands that. And obviously we're not at the break yet, so we got 3 crucial games here, and putting our head down and competing as best we can. But I think everybody's going to come in and understand that we got some work to do, but we're not going to do it looking too far ahead or putting too much pressure. And it's tough because I've missed a lot of games, so I haven't been in like the fight with everybody where it's the tough losses and all that stuff. But you can definitely feel it, watching the game and stuff, and being a part of the clubhouse, So yeah, just coming in one game at a time. Know that we still we're still in it, and we got a great group of guys that want to win.
But even when you were banged up, you took part in catchers meetings, and that's one thing Gabby Moreno talked about, how grateful he was that you were there kind of helping him and making him understand what the big leagues are all about. Why was that important for you to be there for him, show him the ropes, help him?
Well, I remember how I felt when I first came up, and it's a nerve-wracking time, and it's a different time because we weren't in the position of winning, kind of like we are now, right? So every game matters, and I just want him to be, as a catcher, you got to be the most prepared guy in the field, and I know what it feels like to not be sometimes, so especially early on. So anything I can do to help, ultimately help the team. So it's really about just trying to get him as prepared as I know that I would have wanted to be, my first couple games and stuff.
Appreciate the time, man. Here's to good health in the second half.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
The Royals lineup is brought to you by Bet365. Mike Matheny moves Nicky Lopez to the top of the order. Notice that the number 8 and 9 hitters, Massey and Fermin, both made their major league debuts yesterday, coming in late into the ball game, and both will make their first major league starts today. Let's bring in the guys from SN Bets.
Thank you, Jamie, Mike Mahorovich, and Pat Stothers at the SN Bets Big Board, presented by Bet365. Dylan Lynch starts for the Royals today. His second meeting with the Blue Jays this season. They got to him for 6 runs on June the 6th.
Well, the Blue Jays trounced the Royals last night. It was a show of hitting from key players in the lineup and should be a confidence boost for the club. They needed it because Thursday's loss in Game 1 was the biggest moneyline upset of the season. For those of you who bet on the Royals, congrats. Today, Blue Jays are minus 315 to take the lead in this series against a depleted Royals team.
Canadian Nick Pivetta with back-to-back starts against the Yankees. Pivetta pitched 3 1/3 on July 10th. The Yankees put up 8 hits and 6 runs on him. And in that same game, Yankees starter Jameson Taillon gave up 6 earned in 5 innings of work. There was 12 runs in the first 5 innings just 6 days ago with these two guys on the mound.
The Seattle Mariners won their 12th straight game last night, powered by All-Star rookie Julio Rodriguez in his first career Grand Slam, the youngest player to hit one since Alex Rodriguez in 1996. Today, the streak will be in the hands of Logan Gilbert, who has been sensational on the road this season, 6-1 with a 2.47 ERA. Value on the Rangers to break up the party, but the Mariners are 3 wins away from a franchise record 15 straight.
We know what Justin Verlander can do on the mound. He has the 3rd best ERA in baseball. He's walked just 19 batters in 103 innings, and he's given up just 71 hits this season. Only 2 pitchers have a better number. We also know what the Oakland Athletics can't do at the plate. MLB worst 206 average versus righties. Only the Pirates have less hits against righties than the Athletics, 439.
Well, I like to live dangerously. Verlander and the Astros against the Athletics seems like a strong bet. A great series between the Red Sox and Yankees going on while the Jays look to gather momentum this afternoon. Jamie, back to you.
Gentlemen, thank you. There's the guy who bats first for the Blue Jays today, as George Springer runs out to the field, and there's the guy that hits ninth, Danny Jansen, handling the duties behind the plate. Blue Jays Central continues toward first pitch.